We be live. Hi everyone. How's everyone doing? Have you liked the stream? Please let me know that you have liked the stream so that we could get started. Alfred is here. Fantastic. Alfred is here so that he's going to be highlighting your comments so that your comments get to be part of the show as well. Alfred is telling me that the audio is good. I am going to double check also on my phone just to make sure that everything is working fine, that we're live. Why is it not working on my phone? Hold on. Anyways, it should come at some point on my phone as well. Anyways, you guys can confirm in the live chat that my audio is working and you have everything, so that we are going to be reviewing. There was a discussion between this Muslim guy. Oh, there we go. Finally. All right. Good. Finally, everything is working in my phone. All right, guys. Please let me know. Yeah, it's working. Yes, we be live. Please, everybody in the live chat, like to make sure that you have liked the stream, and also write in the live chat that you have liked the stream. Alfred is here highlighting your comments, so it's not going to be just my opinions. Your opinions will be part of the show as well. Thank you so much, Alfred, for being here and highlighting people's comments, and also thank you for Dolly for preparing the stream and doing all the research and everything for me ahead of time. Thank you to all the team. Oh, we have a new member. Thank Fedigen. Well, thank you so much. Fantastic. All right. Somebody's saying Tommy is a convicted criminal and a loser. Wow, very logical analysis there. Impossible, man. Well, so that just ends it, right? Like, I don't know what you. All right, Jamal is saying keep crying. Rabbi Armin, servant Yahoo. I think you mean servant of Netanyahu. Keep crying. Well, for me to keep crying, I have to first start crying so that I could continue to cry after. Well, and I'm not crying, so I think you have been misled, Jamal. I am not crying. I don't know what you're referring to. Okay, fantastic. People are liking the stream. People are confirming that they have liked the stream. Thank you. Fantastic. All right, so let's watch this video. Oh, Sandra is here. Thank you, guys. This is funny. Alfred, thank you so much for starting those comments. Those are actually very funny. So this is the video that we're watching today is from the very, very famous channel that we know here in Atheist Republic called Smile to Jannah. By the way, Smile to Jannah means smile to heaven. I think he's talking about like smiling your way to heaven. Jannah is heaven in Islam. So we have three very, very famous British, four now, Muslim YouTube channels. One of them is Smile to Jannah. The other one is Ali Daba. One of them is Muhammad Hijab. And Muslim Lantern is also now a British Islamic channel. What is it with the UK that we are getting the most popular Islamic channels, English Islamic channels, come from the UK? Like, what's up with that? It makes sense. Outside of the UK, the one that we have that is American is the Muslim Skeptic channel by Daniel Hayraju. But most very, very, big, with massive audiences, Islamic channels are coming right now out of the UK. So, Tommy Robinson had this discussion with this Muslim guy, and it didn't go well. So let's, Smile to Jannah is reviewing it. So let us watch the clip that he's highlighting, and also his review of it. So let's just get started.
Assalamu alaikum, guys, and welcome to another episode of Smile to Jannah. I have found a clip of Tommy Robinson being interviewed by an individual, and frankly, I haven't seen this around. Yeah, let's just jump into it. Yeah.
I've got the flack from even bringing you on the show.
Yeah.
He's the enemy of Islam. He's the enemy of Islam. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
No, he's not an enemy of Islam. He's like, I'm trying to...
Sorham.
Yeah, but astaghfirullah.
No, I said to...
Okay, okay, this is interesting. So the guy on the right is a Muslim. He is saying that he got a lot of slack for inviting Tommy Robinson on, and he's defending him in front of his face, saying, look, you're not an enemy. Tommy's made his stance very clear. I sort of am. His response, for those of you that don't understand, is astaghfirullah, seeking forgiveness from Allah.
I said to Tate...
Wait, I thought astaghfirullah is seeking refuge from Allah. Astaghfirullah is seeking refuge from Allah. Not what the hell? Hold on. What does astaghfirullah mean? Is it seeking forgiveness? Astaghfirullah. I seek forgiveness from Allah. Okay, in Iran, we always been told that it means seeking refuge. Is that the same thing? Refuge from no, seeking refuge to seeking protection. Astagh. Oh, no. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Okay, that is the refuge. The refuge is A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Okay, no, astaghfirullah is forgiveness. Okay. Again, guys, I speak Persian, not Arabic. So I'm just remembering this when I from school. Okay, so I misremembered what this means. Yeah, I am correct. Is it refuge or is it forgiveness? Okay, so you guys, the Arabic speaking people in the chat, correct? Let me know which one is correct.
Very clear. I sort of am. His response, for those of you
Yeah, Ahmed Mustafa is saying it's refuge. Okay. So I'm correct.
that don't understand, is astaghfirullah, seeking forgiveness.
So whatever it translates to, astaghfirullah is commonly used by Muslims when you hear when somebody says something that is considered wrong, taboo, sinful, and you shouldn't be saying it. Okay, in Iran, sometimes people go like this. They're like for example, you say like something that is like you shouldn't be saying, but like, oh my God, astaghfirullah, and go like this. They bite their hand as if like, I shouldn't have been saying that. You shouldn't have been saying this. So the utility of it is that, like, basically, you seeing something sinful, you said something sinful by mistake, or you're hearing somebody saying something taboo or sinful, then the proper response is like, oh my God, astaghfirullah. Like, oh God, like imagine in English it's saying like, oh God, protect me, God forgive me, or protect me, or something like that, right? So Tommy Robbins, they started a debate. The Muslim guy who's not wearing proper hijab, by the way, as a Muslim, he's not wearing a shirt. And by the way, for people who don't know, hijab in Islam is not just for women. Men also have to wear hijab. A lot of people in the West think hijab is basically the head covering. Hijab is not the head covering. Hijab is basically covering everything that you're supposed to be covering, right? So, I mean, everything that you're wearing on your body is also hijab, right? So the hijab that women are supposed to have is more than the hijab that men are supposed to have. Men are also supposed to be wearing hijab, meaning that they're supposed to be covering some parts. The coverage is not like they don't need to cover their hair, but they do need to be covering more than this guy is covering. So that is basically him not being Islamic by being just shirtless like that, right? I mean, the whole point is that they say that women watching this might get horny, right? So you have to cover up, sir, cover up. Your woman would be lusting over this. So they are trying to, now the guy is basically upset. He said, like, I brought you here. A lot of people are saying you're the enemy of Islam, and I'm going to get a lot of crap. A lot of people I'm a Muslim, and a lot of Muslims are going to be attacking me for talking to you, but I've been trying to convince them that you're not an enemy of Islam. And Tommy responds like, well, actually, I am an enemy of Islam, and he's laughing about it. And for Smile to Jannah, this is a got you moment, right? So let's see what happens, and I will make sure. Let me know what you think about this, right? When Tommy says I'm an enemy of Islam, and these people are trying to expose him, like showing that, like, look, he is an enemy of Islam. So this is Tommy's evil because he's an enemy of Islam. What do you guys think about this? Please give me your comments, and Alfred, please highlight star some of the comments so I could also read them.
It's very clear. I sort of am. His response, for those of you that don't understand, is astaghfirullah, seeking forgiveness from Allah.
I said to Tate,
We're gonna have to stop this interview. We're gonna have to stop this interview, blood. You can't be an enemy of Islam.
But I did.
No, but I'm saying I don't want to do the interview no more.
No?
No, not if you're an enemy of Islam.
But
You're my enemy. Do you get what I'm
but you're
saying?
not Islam.
No,
Okay, he's giving it to him straight. I don't know if he was joking, if it was like satire, but apparently it's not. Let's analyze this mug's face now, yeah? This is face to face now. You know what I mean?
No, but I'm
You're following
actually,
Islam.
no, but I'm
See, I don't understand why these people are so stupid. Both Smile to Jannah here and this other Muslim guy with the weird hat. I don't know what his name is. But why are they so stupid? Like, why is Tommy having such a hard time explaining this simple concept? Like, why don't people understand this? He's saying, oh, so you're an enemy of Islam, so you're my enemy. And he said, no, I said I'm an enemy of Islam. Like, what the hell are you talking about? I'm not your enemy. And he said, like, well, I'm a Muslim. And Tommy's like, well, you're a follower of Islam. And these people are like, the Muslims are like, what are you on about? You're an enemy of Islam, so you're saying you're my enemy. And Tommy is like, what? No. How is this? Is why so many people think Tommy is like a far right bigot, because the lack of understanding of if I am this simple understanding that if I'm against your ideology, I'm not against you. Why is that so hard to understand? Like, we have been going over this for the past 20 years, and people are still haven't gone past this point. What is it so hard to understand? The example I often give Muslims for them to understand this very basic concept is, imagine if you're a Muslim, if there's a Muslim, like not you, there's a Muslim, okay? And she hates atheism. And then we go and ask her, like, okay, lady, why do you hate atheism? And she responds to you, oh, because I love atheists as my fellow human beings, and I think atheists go to hell, and I'm worried for them. I don't want atheists to go to hell. I hate atheism because these people who I am concerned about will go to hell because of their atheism. Do you understand how, with this example, a Muslim could hate atheism but not hate atheists? Based on her ideology, she thinks atheists will go to hell, and that's why she hates atheism, because she loves atheists. As a Muslim, do you understand how it's possible for you to hate atheism and love atheists at the same time? Do you understand that? I mean, with that example, it has to be very clear. Like, what is wrong with you? Why do you not understand the difference between a Muslim and Islam? And then a lot of people come and back tell me, like, Armin, are you saying Islam and Muslims are unrelated? No, you freaking idiot. I'm not saying that. Of course they're related. I'm saying they're not the same thing. Being related does not mean that they're the same thing. Hey guys, this is A, this is B. A and B are not the same. A and B are related, but they're not the same thing. Me saying that they're not the same thing, that does not mean that they're not related. I'm not trying to completely separate them, but they're not the same freaking thing. God damn it, this is so simple. These people are morons. Hold on. See how Tommy is speaking about this as if this is so easy and simple to understand. Listen to Tommy here.
You're not an enemy. Tommy's made his stance very clear.
Look how stupid do you have to be? You have been part of this discussion for years, and you still don't get this basic concept. Hold on. Listen.
I said to
Okay, okay, this is interesting. So the guy on the right is a Muslim.
So, yeah, let's go back from the beginning of this conversation.
Let's just jump into it, yeah?
I've got the flat from even bringing you on the show.
yeah.
He's the enemy of Islam. He's the
fact?
enemy
Go
of
on, what-
Islam. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
No, he's not an enemy of Islam. He's like, I'm trying to.
Sort of am.
Yeah, but
Look at this. Look at this part. He's saying, well, I'm sort of am. And then he laughs about it, right? And he's sitting there and he's having a conversation with you and he accepted your invite. Here's the thing, you idiot. Tommy Robinson is very much in demand, okay? He's very popular. He's hard to get a hold of. I know I want to talk to him, right? And the guy is too busy to respond to people. And he did you a favor. He knows you're a Muslim, right? and he is sitting with you, talking with you, and having a laugh with you, having look at him, look at his face, look at his face. He thought you would be able to look how I feel bad for Tommy. He thought that you would be chill about this. Like he said, well, I am sort of an enemy of Islam because he has other Muslim friends who he has told them that I am an enemy of Islam, and they were chill about it. So he thought that maybe if he jokes about it and he tells this right to your face, you would also laugh about it. He didn't think you're such an a-hole. He didn't think that you're such a... Oh my God. I feel bad for Tommy for trusting people, thinking that they would understand these very basic concepts. And look at his face. Look how he's going to be disappointed. He thinks that he's in good company, somebody that he could be friends with, and the guy is a Muslim. If he was your enemy, why would he be so chill with you? Why would he... Look, he is capable of being an enemy of Islam and being this friendly with you and saying yes to your invitation for an interview and sitting next to you and having a chill and friendly conversation with you. Is that not proof that somebody could be an enemy of Islam and still be friends to Muslim? Tommy is doing it right here. And I feel so bad for Tommy because this, look, he's happy, he's having a chill time, he's trying to be friendly to him, and the guy is just not going to respond in kind. Like, the mood is going to completely change all of a sudden. Look at the other guy.
No,
Look, he's like, astaghfirullah. Fuck you. It's like, fuck you. The guy is being friendly to you, and now you're going to treat him like shit.
I said to...
Okay, okay, this is interesting. So the guy on the right is a Muslim. He is saying that he got a lot of slack for inviting Tommy Robinson on, and he's defending him in front of his face, saying, look, you're not an enemy. Tommy's made his stance very clear. I sort of am. His response, for those of you that don't understand, is astaghfirullah, seeking forgiveness from Allah.
I said to Tate,
We're gonna have to stop this interview. We're gonna have to stop this interview, blood. You can't be an enemy of Islam.
bruv,
No, but I'm saying,
Oh, seriously, fuck you. Seriously. Oh, we're going to have to stop this. He did you a favor. He did you a favor doing this. We're going to have to stop this interview. Like, so go to hell. Unbelievable.
I don't want to do the interview no more.
No?
No, not if you're an enemy of Islam.
But
That's you're my enemy. Do you get what I'm
but
saying?
you're not
That's-
Islam.
no,
Okay, he's giving it to him straight. I don't know if he was I don't know if he was joking, if it was like satire, but apparently it's not. Let's analyze this mug's face now, yeah? This is face to face now. You know what I mean?
No, but I'm
You're following
actually,
Islam.
no, but I'm fighting your corner here. But I'm not gonna fight your corner and be a dickhead, and you're telling me you're an enemy of Islam.
Bruv, I oppose Islam.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's wrong with being the enemy of Islam? Like, I'm fighting in your corner here. Okay. I don't know what Tommy is. Tommy is what? Christian? So you could be, I'm an enemy of Christianity. Say that. And now a lot of Muslims are like, oh no, we love Jesus. Okay, you love Jesus, but you're an enemy of Christianity because Christianity considers Jesus to be God, and that is shirk in Islam, and you are supposed to hate, for the sake of Allah, Christianity. In fact, Islam teaches you to hate people. You are supposed to even hate people. But again, that's not good. But if you hated an idea, that's fine. What is wrong with that? What is wrong with... Look, he's like, I'm trying to defend you. Well, continue defending the guy. You know why you should continue to defending the guy? Because the guy is capable of being against your ideology and still be friendly with you. That is worthy of respect. That is worthy of defending. That is worthy, because guys, the more we can be hostile against each other's ideas while being friendly to each other, the more peace and stability that we're going to have. We want to be able to aggressive against each other's ideas, because the more we exchange words, the more the hostility is only in the realm of the battle of ideas, the less we are going to have hostility within the realm of, punches and bullets and war and riots and violence. We want to be able to normalize being completely against each other's ideas while being able to maintain friendship. And Tommy is such a good example of that. The fact that he's an enemy of Islam, but is capable of being friendly with a Muslim, shows that this is a a great sample, a great role model for for everything that I've been advocating for the past 15 years here.
You oppose it.
Oh, he changed it now. Oh, suddenly you oppose Islam. I thought you were an enemy to Islam. Enemy?
What is the difference, you freaking moron? What does it mean to be an enemy of Islam? Like, oh, you change. The reason why he changed it is because he realized that you're a sensitive little snowflake that gets offended over just mere words, right? That's why he changed it. He's trying to, like, oh, what happened? You changed the word. Yeah, because he didn't realize you're such a crybaby, right? But what is it? The meaning is the same. What does it mean to be the enemy of Islam? Obviously, Islam is just a set of ideas. What does it mean other than me being opposed to them? It means nothing else other than that, and trying to stand against them. Being opposed to Islam, being an enemy of Islam, it means the same thing. But apparently, one of them, you guys are sensitive about it. So maybe I should use language that is more, because you use the word enemy. So, but if you started with the word enemy, I had to clarify that that is not actually a misrepresentation of who I am. I am an enemy of Islam.
Opposing.
Wait, hold on. Somebody, so Ahmed actually double checked, and I know why Ahmed made the same mistake as I did. Ahmed says, "No, I made a mistake. It's forgiveness. Sorry." Yes. So the seeking refuge is in the other part. Is A'udhu billah minash shaitanir rajim. So you're seeking refuge to Allah from the devil. That's the refuge part, right? The reason why, that's what you say right before you say Bismillah when you're reading Surah. Yeah, and also, yes, Astaghfirullah is seek forgiveness from Allah. Yes. Yeah, and also Astaghfirullah has the same, now that I think about it, it has the same root words as Muqassir, I think. No, I don't think. Astaghfirullah. Taqsir, Muqassir. Yeah, so, yes, it's about forgiveness for what you did wrong. I don't know if they has the same root words, but it sounds like it.
I thought you were an enemy to Islam. Enemy? Opposing. Opposing seems like a very placid term, mate. A very watered down version. Yeah, I'm opposing it.
Yeah, it's water. It means the same thing, but it's less aggressive because Tommy just realized that this guy is a baby. Obviously, he's going to water down the way he's going to talk about it when you're talking to a little baby, a little crybaby, as often you guys are. You guys have mastered the art of crying about things and acting like you're the victim. So when you're gonna, yeah, I mean, to be fair, maybe you're right. Maybe Tommy shouldn't have backed down. Maybe when he realized when you're such a sensitive little snowflake, maybe he should have doubled down and like, yeah, I'm an enemy of Islam. You want to stop this interview? Well, goodbye. I think this is, Tommy is actually a nicer person than I am, right? This is how I would react. He said, like, he said, oh, I'm going to get so much shit for this interview because they said that you're an enemy of Islam. But I don't think you're an enemy of Islam. And then if I was Tommy, I would be like, well, actually, I am an enemy of Islam. And so, okay, then we need to stop this interview. If I was Tommy, I would be like, oh, really? Okay, bye. Remove the microphone, right? And I would be gone. That's it. I would be gone. I'm like, okay, fuck you. I don't give a shit. That's what I would have done.
Opposing the collecting of bins on Tuesday. I'm an enemy of those guys.
It's so bizarre that such a nice Tommy is way nicer than I am. He's like sitting there trying to convince the guy that I'm not your enemy. You're a follower of Islam. You're not Islam itself. Sitting there trying to the guy is a Muslim. Tommy is supposed to be a far right racist bigot, okay? And he's sitting there speaking to a black Muslim. The guy is being mean to him. Tommy continues to sit there trying to convince the man why I'm not your enemy. This is your far right bigot. This is your far right bigot speaking. The other guy is being mean to him. Tommy is trying to be friendly to the Muslim. This is your anti-Muslim bigot that you're trying to fearmonger everyone about? Unbelievable. He's like night and day. the way Tommy is and the way they try to portray him is so far away from reality. It's one of the most unfair characterizations of a person that we have videos and recordings of in history. It's like unbelievable.
I'm an enemy of those guys that collect the bins on Tuesday.
Yeah.
So you're an enemy of Islam?
No, but makes Islam sees me as an
Because
Let's rewind that.
makes Islam sees me as an
I'm having a stroke, mate. Still once more.
Great arguments, multi-gender. Great arguments. This you're trying to attack Tommy because he just started or something. Are you learning this from Muhammad Hijab? Your videos are edited. Obviously, if you do that, everybody does that from time to time. Is this your got you from Tommy Robinson? Everybody does that from time to time. Even professional speakers do that from time to time. And this is what you're gonna want to go after. This is what you want to go after Tommy for. You sitting there recording your videos that are edited. Obviously, be honest, Smile to Jannah. You have had a lot of those moments when you're recording your videos, but you had the luxury of editing those out because your videos are mostly not live; they're mostly edited. Aren't you being so hypocritical? I know you have so many of of those moments when you're recording those videos. Like, do you feel good about yourself knowing how this is what you have over Tommy? What is Tom? Does that make him wrong? Does have it just because he had a moment where he had struggled? Look at I just struggled a little bit getting some words out. Does that make me wrong? Like, is your hands so empty of actually good points that this is what you want to go after? Unbelievable. Look, you decided to put this in your video. That not make him look so bad? Does that not make you're making fun of the person's way of speaking? Does that not make you look like an asshole trying to mock the way he's speaking?
Those guys that collect the bins on Tuesday.
yeah.
So you're an enemy of Islam?
No, but makes Islam sees me as an
Because
Let's rewind that.
makes Islam sees me as an
I'm having a stroke, mate. Still once more.
yeah.
So you're an enemy of Islam?
No, but makes Islam sees me as an
So that means I'm just chatting to them. Do you get what I'm saying? 'Cause I'm saying, nah.
Right. So, by the way, he missed because he went with he missed a very important point that Tommy made. Right? Tommy made such an important point, and Small to Jannah took advantage of the fact that Tommy just struggled a little bit to say that, to just not respond to the very important point Tommy made. Tommy was telling this Muslim that I, as an infidel, Islam sees me as the enemy. Guys, if you're a Christian, if you're a Jew, if you are an atheist, if you are a Hindu, Islam sees you as the enemy, not your ideas, you as an individual. So think about the level of hypocrisy. You as a Muslim have been commanded to hate these non-Muslims for the sake of Allah. You have been told by the Quran not to befriend non-Muslims. And then you are lecturing a guy that is not hating you, but just hates your ideology, but is willing to befriend you while promoting an ideology that actually tells you to hate not just their ideas, but the individuals themselves. So Tommy was telling you that your ideology actually promotes hatred towards me. And Smile to Jannah has nothing to say to that other than just making fun of the way Tommy said that. Are you going to actually respond to what Tommy said in that moment? Listen to that. maybe let's see actually if he responds other than just making fun of his.
me, isn't
He's like, I'm having a stroke, mate. Still once more.
it?
You're, but, so you're an enemy of Islam.
No, but makes Islam sees me, isn't it?
So that means I'm just chatting to them. Do you get what I'm saying? 'Cause I'm saying, nah, that means I'm just chatting. You just.
Nah, 'cause there's two different things.
They're telling me the truth. So I shouldn't. Do you get? So you're an enemy to me.
So see now the Muslim guy is not even responding to what Tommy said. He's like, oh, I should like, oh, so they were right about you. Okay, are you going to respond to any points that Tommy is making? You're an idiot. You're both idiots. You have no understanding. You're not worthy of talking to.
Do you get what I'm trying to say? Because Islam is what I believe in, and that's what I've been trying.
Why should I respect that? Like, oh, Islam is what I believe in. Okay, and I'm against it. Are you capable of having a friendly conversation with me while me being against your ideas? You motherfucker, you are against my ideas, and I know that, and I'm sitting with you. Why are you such a sensitive little snowflake that you cannot sit with me, have a friendly conversation with somebody who's against your ideas? You're a little baby. You're a sensitive little baby. Like, I don't even know why Tommy is still entertaining, trying to explain to the man. Like, I would have walked out by now. This guy that is supposed to be the evil guy that hates Muslims, he's actually much more chill, Tommy, and much more friendly to Muslims than I could be. Me, the advocate of being friendly to Muslims, I would have lost it by now. I would have lost it by now. I know I come and like, oh, be friendly to Muslims, but not all Muslims, not this Muslim. I would like to this. When I say be friendly to Muslims, I'm not saying every single Muslim. And obviously, Muslims have assholes among them as well. And to this guy, I would have said, fuck you then. I would have walked away. And Tommy is actually being friendly to people that I would have sworn at. He is more friendly than I am one of the main preachers of hating Islam and not befriending Muslims. And Tommy is actually even friendlier than me.
I say to you, bruv, it's not Islam. You've got bad Muslims and you've got bad Christians.
Okay.
And that's what I've been saying.
So he's taken all of this time to think it through, yeah? Because he said, you're an enemy to me. Imagine you're like a foot away from the guy who you've just declared as your enemy. Let's see how he's going to swing.
What? He didn't declare you as your enemy. What? Is Fatu Jannah this stupid? Hold on, what is saying?
What I've been trying to say to you, bruv, it's not Islam. You've got bad Muslims and you've got bad Christians.
Okay.
And that's what I've been saying.
You moron! He didn't say Muslim. Oh my God, these people are so stupid. They're so stupid. Like, oh, it's not Islam. We have bad Muslims and good Muslims. He's talking about Islam. Tommy is talking about Islam. He's not saying all Muslims are bad. How are you a Muslim and you don't even understand the difference between Islam and Muslims? Did Tommy said all Muslims are bad? He's against Islam. If he thought all Muslims are bad, why is he sitting with you and having a friendly conversation with you? Why are these people so stupid?
So he's taken all of this time to think it through, yeah? Because he said, you're an enemy to me. Imagine you're like a foot away from the guy who you've just declared as your enemy.
Guys, am I missing a point here? Tommy did not declare this man as his enemy. He's trying to explain why he's not Tommy's enemy. Like, that's why I went back, because I thought, surely Smile to Jannah cannot be this stupid. Am I making this?
Taken all of this time to think it through, yeah? Because he said, you're an enemy to me. Imagine you're like a foot away from the guy who you've just declared as your enemy.
What? Am I missing something here? Tommy did not declare him as his enemy. Tommy said, I'm an enemy of Islam. And then he specifically said, you're a follower of Islam. I'm against Islam. I'm not your enemy. He was clarifying to him why he's not against his enemy. And you're not paying attention to what Tommy is saying. Unbelievable.
Let's see how he's going to swindle his way out of this.
Say to them, he's not, but
swindled his way out of this. You guys are not listening to what he's saying.
you're telling me now in my face that you're an enemy of Islam.
No, I oppose Islam.
Like, in my face. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, so you're telling me you're my enemy.
Nah. You're a follower of Islam. You're a follower. So you're a follower of Islam.
You're telling me to my face you're my enemy. Nah. Yeah. Please, please, sir, please. I'm sorry, sir. Ashirwad, sir. Let's rewind this. This is too good.
Well, I don't understand why you guys don't get. He's saying no. I'm not saying I'm your enemy. And he, if you just listen to him, said like he said to him, you're a follower of Islam. I oppose Islam. I'm not your enemy. Why are you? What? How is this a comeback? Tommy is explaining why he's not the enemy of this Muslim, and all you have is these sounds that you make. Are these your arguments for why Tommy is wrong? Like these, I don't understand if you understand how logic works, but look at these sounds like, because I'm not seeing any points.
You're a follower of Islam.
Like, look, he's laughing over Tommy so you can hear him. So he said, like, you saying you're my enemy. He's like, nope, you're a follower of Islam. That's what Tommy is saying. Like, you're not Islam. You're a follower of Islam. There's a difference. I'm not your enemy. And then instead of listening, you just make all these weird sounds.
Enemy of Islam.
No,
I mean, and it doesn't even sound like Tommy. I don't even know why he's making those.
I oppose Islam.
Like in my face. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, so you're telling me you're my enemy?
Nah. You're a follower of Islam.
Why is that? What is he even laughing at? Tommy is just, he said, you're telling me you're my enemy. Tommy is like, no, I'm not saying that. I'm not. You're an idiot that cannot understand the difference between Islam and Muslim. I'm not saying I'm your enemy. And then he laughs. What is there to laugh about? Like, am I missing something? What is so funny? He just clearly and transparently told him that I'm not your enemy, and you're just laughing over him.
So you're a follower of Islam.
You're telling me to my face you're my enemy. Nah. Yeah. Please, sir, please. I'm sorry, sir. Ashirwad, sir. Let's rewind this.
So it's weird that Smile to Jannah doesn't understand this, because Tommy is trying to differentiate between Islam and Muslims. And Smile to Jannah makes it seem like he doesn't even understand what Tommy is saying. You're like, oh, he just said that he's an enemy of Islam. How come now he's saying that he's not an enemy of Muslims? While these people, Smile to Jannah and their and other peoples like him, constantly tell us that, oh, Muslims and Islam are different. Every time you point out to crime rates among Muslims and terrorism among Muslims, they're the first to come and say, well, those are Muslims. That is not Islam. Not everything Muslims do reflects what Islam is. Like, okay, so you are differentiating between Muslims and Islam. So you are familiar with the concept. You make these arguments yourselves. Now you're acting like this is bizarre. Like, this is like completely unimaginable. If you say that Muslims committing terrorism, that is one thing and Islam is one thing else, so you see a difference between Muslim and Islam, then why is this idea so foreign to you? When somebody says that I'm an enemy of Islam and not Muslims, you act like that's impossible. You are familiar with these two things, these being two different things. You introduce it to people.
This is too good. Forget your Netflix, guys. This is much better.
Do you get what I'm saying? Like, so you're telling me you're my enemy?
Nah. You're a follower of Islam.
Look at the meme he's put. The meme that he's using here is when somebody is just silent and doesn't respond. So he said, "You're telling this idiot Muslim guy is saying, so you're telling me you're my enemy? No, sir. You're an idiot." He said he's an enemy of Islam, and Tommy responds with, "Nah, like no." That's a clear answer. No, I'm not saying I'm your enemy. And then he puts the meme that you're supposed to put when you're silent, when somebody asks you a question and you're just not saying anything. How are you putting that meme right next to an actual answer? So the meme would have worked if the guy said, so you're my enemy, and then you went to Tommy and Tommy was just silent and not saying anything. And then you could play that meme that would represent absolute silence, right? But you're such an idiot that you're actually playing Tommy, giving you a clear response, and then putting a meme that is supposed to be reflecting a lack of response. You're just stupid. You're just stupid. Look at the meme that he's using.
Yeah. please, sir. Please. I'm sorry, sir. Ashirvad, sir. Let's rewind this. This is too good. Forget your Netflix, guys. This is much better.
Do you get what I'm saying? Like, so you're telling me you're my enemy?
Nah. Nah.
And he plays it twice. He plays his no answer twice, showing that he actually answered the question. He didn't leave it. He wasn't silent. And twice playing the meme that is supposed to represent a lack of answer.
You're a follower of Islam.
Huh?
You're a follower. So you're a follower of Islam.
Yeah,
so
like it's like when I was on.
So now he's making the distinction between follower of Islam and Islam.
He's been making that from the beginning, you idiot. You've just been laughing over it and making fun of the way he answers things, and you haven't been like, oh, now he's making it this. No, you moron. That was his point from the very beginning. You're just too much of an idiot to have noticed it. Finally, he noticed it. Unbelievable. Holy crap. I can't take this guy. Let me actually take a break and listen and read some of your comments. Alex was saying atheists should be sent to Muslim countries as punishment for all the Muslims they brought to the West. Oh yeah, the great I know this. I saw it in the news. There was the atheists in the West. They got together and they all went to Syria. And each one of those atheists, they decided to put a Muslim on their back. They give a piggyback ride, right? So all the atheists of Europe, I think I saw it on the news. It was a huge news when it happened. So I think it was around 200 atheists that went to Syria and Afghanistan, and they offered each atheist offered a Muslim a piggyback ride all the way from Syria and Afghanistan all the way to Europe. Yeah, that was a big event. I remember it happening. I wasn't in favor of that, but it's fair. It's a fair point. Yeah. I remember that was a huge thing. Very questionable decision by atheists. Rolex in the chat is saying these immigrants are taking advantage of the tolerant Europeans. Hope they get up before it's too late. Get up. Okay. I don't know what you mean, but yes, something needs to be done. But I hope I don't know what you're advocating for. So I don't know if I'm in favor of what you want to do, because I don't know what you're advocating for exactly, right? Patrick is saying it's possible to hate Islam while still loving Muslims. Okay, so loving is too much. Okay, befriending, I would say. Love is special, and I don't just love. I think if you love an entire groups of people, then it will lose its uniqueness. So I agree with you what you're trying to say, Patrick. I just don't throw away the word love around as if it's just willy-nilly. You could just love random people. Okay, love is meant to be for a few people in your life, very few special people. Okay, for other people we could just befriend them. But yeah, I understand your point. Okay, I just want to dilute the meaning, how meaningful love is, right? Musa is saying this guy is a famous rapper, has been stabbed, been in prison, and has a big podcast on YouTube. Okay, well, I don't know who he is, but thank you for that information. Anyways, let's continue with this video.
Oh, isn't that what Young Spray was telling you earlier?
Of the shower man them, the shower man them, my clique or whatever. Yeah. Like if someone's our enemy, you're our enemy.
So if I oppose if I was against Christianity, say I'm against Christianity.
You don't agree with it. If you don't agree with something, it don't mean you're the enemy.
Tommy is trying to explain this idiot that being against an ideology does not necessarily mean that you're against the people who hold that ideology, but he's not even letting Tommy make that point. He's trying to, because Tommy has just realized that this guy has an IQ of maybe 2 or 2.5. So he's trying to okay, this guy is obviously a moron. So let me try to explain through him in more simple ways for him to be able to understand this. The guy is not letting Tommy finish, right? So maybe Tommy is like, let's say I'm against Christianity. Does that mean I hate Christians, all Christians? Like, obviously not. But the guy is not even listening.
Yeah, but many Muslim extremists see me as the enemy.
So what if they see you as the enemy? That's not the point.
That is the point, you idiot. He's trying to tell you that within Islamic ideology, like he's trying to tell you that if you want to apply the standard, then you would be a hypocrite, because he's saying, look, I see you as a friend. I could see you as a friend, even though your ideology sees me as the enemy. So he's trying to show you how ridiculous your standard is. That being against an ideology, if that means that I hate the people that hold that ideology, then by that standard, you've already declared me as your enemy before I have declared you as an enemy. So the ridiculousness of the standard is trying to be pointed out by Tommy, but these people are not getting it.
Point is, are you the enemy of Islam? And this guy follows Islam. Are you his enemy? But they see me as the enemy. That's not what the conversation's about, mate.
Yeah, you idiot. He answered that. Look at this. He's like, you're an enemy of Islam. So this guy is an enemy of Islam. Is he your enemy? He already answered. He's like, oh, that's the question. Well, if you were listening, he answered that. He is an enemy of Islam. And now he's rephrasing it because you're a crybaby. He opposes Islam. And that does not mean that he is your enemy. Again, I don't know why I'm repeating this. This is very obvious.
What the conversation's about, mate. All right, let's rewind it. This is too good.
Enemy.
Yeah, but many Muslim extremists see me as the enemy.
Yeah, because they said to me, like, he's an enemy of Islam.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
And you just admitted it.
Yeah. Man, I love this guy.
Yeah, so he's now justifying. So you being an enemy of Islam, that means that it's justified for those other people to see you as you individually as your enemy. See? So that's sad. So we could be an enemy of individuals if they're against our ideology. So you cannot differentiate that. Tommy is more mature than you. Tommy could separate those things and you can't. So Islam teaches you that with the people who are against your ideology, be against them individually.
Who's this guy?
So that's why I said, all right, we're done here.
They see me as the
You get what I'm
enemy.
trying to say? Like, I thought you're cool, like, as far as I'm concerned, but I didn't know that that's what's in your head.
It's not-
That, you get what I'm trying to say? I must have obviously...
So you didn't know that this is in his head, and that's why you were okay with talking to him. But Tommy knew that you were a Muslim, and he regardless, he's okay with talking with you.
misinterpreted you, if that makes sense. Because I didn't think that's what was in your head.
There's two different things. There's opposed.
Okay, let's see how he's gonna get out.
How is that guy, the Muslim guy, a famous podcast? He has a podcast. Like if he was just a rapper, I'll be like, okay, maybe he makes good rap and people like that, right? But you're telling me this guy has now a podcast and he comments on things and he's famous. Why are the dumbest people getting so famous? Like we have Candace Owens, we have these guys. Like people actually listen to these idiots and be like, that's very insightful. Wow, like okay, unbelievable.
Out of this, yeah, boy. Okay, he's fully leaning over, mate. Body language. Look at his mouth flipping. Looks like he's having two simultaneous strokes in one go. Let's see.
This is the analysis that people go to the Smile to Jannah channel for. This is a very normal, like body language. He's leaning. What does that tell you? He's leaning, and his mouth looks like he has two strokes at the same time. I'm not seeing the guys. Are you seeing that? That's the picture that he's looking at. How many subscribers does Smile to Jannah have? Let me actually see. Look at he's very popular among Muslims, right? Yeah, he has 1 million, more than 1 million subscribers, right? And this is the deep analysis that Muslims go to this channel for. A very normal picture of Tommy Robinson. For some reason, he's destroying Tommy because he's leaning and his mouth looks like he's having two strokes at the same time. I mean, it's very easy to get a frame of somebody that makes them look stupid. Like I'm sure I could do that with Smile to Jannah. Like at least if you have paused it in one of those frames, I would be like, okay, you're being, this is very disgusting. You just grab the frame of him that makes him look bad, but you didn't even do that. He actually looks really good here. To be honest, look at him. This is actually a very good picture of Tommy. Like, I don't see what's the issue with it. Like, at least maybe do the work to get a frame that makes him look bad. Like, everybody has those frames. At least do that. But you didn't even do that. You have a picture of Tommy that actually looks kind of good. That actually looks kind of good. Unbelievable. And you're like, he's looking like he is having two strokes at the same time. Honestly, he doesn't. He doesn't look like that at all. What the hell?
Get out of this, yeah? Boy, okay. He's fully leaning over, mate. Body language, look at his mouth flipping. Looks like he's having two simultaneous strokes in one go. Let's see how he manages to swindle his way out of this.
Using an ideology, yeah?
I'm not here.
And there's opposed to
I'm
be-
not here to pattern up your thing.
He didn't even let.
So you have nothing. You have nothing. Tommy is trying to explain to you, like, oh, I'm not here to, like, if you're against Islam, then I'm not going to give you anything extra. I'm not going to, I don't know, give you anything extra to your team. Yeah. So you are against conversation. I mean, you're incapable of having any meaningful conversation. You're not for dialogue. You're not for dialogue with people who are opposite who we want to talk to. You just want to talk to people that will confirm the things that you're looking for, an echo chamber. You know, the most interesting conversations that you could have are conversations with people that disagree with you. What do you want? You want to talk to people who are not opposed to your ideas. How are you going to grow? How are you going to grow? The way to grow is to have dialogue with people who are against you. In fact, the best friends you could have are people who oppose your ideology, because people who are agreeing with you are not going to be that much, they're not going to give you opportunities to learn, right? This is why I like to be surrounded with people who disagree with me, because they help me grow. So befriend the people who disagree with you, because they challenge you. Ahmed Mustafa in the chat is saying Tommy should not be that nice. I mean, honestly, he's already this nice, and they make him look like a monster. So imagine if he wasn't this nice. I mean, I don't want to tell people not to be nice. I'm just saying that I would have lost my patience by this point. Tommy has more patience than I have.
Finish.
Patience.
He didn't even let him land.
You're enemy of Islam.
Yeah, look. Oh wow, you're celebrating him not even being able to make his point. Like you guys are like, oh God, oh wow, Tommy, let's see what your point is, and the other guy doesn't let him make his point, and you celebrate that, and you think you won. You think you won by not even listening to what the man has to say. Wow.
Pattern up your thing.
He didn't even let him finish. He didn't even let him land.
You're enemy of Islam. Or make,
so do you-
make
You know, when you celebrate the guy not even being able to make his point, you are saying that you're not worthy of dialogue. You're not here to understand. You're here to win, to humiliate the other side, to just make them look bad. You're not actually interested in learning or in discovery or in self-reflection or skepticism or in understanding. Why should people have dialogue with you? You just want to look good in front of your audience. That is your goal. You just want to humiliate the other side and make them look like that you won and they lost. This is not actual curiosity. You know, when people enter in dialogue, meaningful dialogue is with an open mind, with the goal of understanding the other side. You're not doing that, so you're unworthy of dialogue.
I don't want to be your friend if you're an enemy of Islam.
But should I be able to criticise it?
Of course you can.
So that's it.
Like, of course you can, but
There's a difference between criticizing someone and something, and there's another where you are declaring yourself as the enemy of something.
Not really. Well, if I criticize it because I'm against something, right? I oppose something. See, if I say I am an enemy of an individual, that is excessive, right? But if I say I am an enemy of an ideology, how is that excessive? Because if I oppose an ideology, if I criticize an ideology, that means I do not like it. I do not want it to spread. I am against it. And saying I am the enemy of an ideology, given that you cannot torture an ideology, given that you cannot bomb an ideology, given that standing up and against an ideology does not cause physical harm or distress, and well, distress, you guys are snowflakes, well, or lack of security or stability in anyone's life, or a security concern in anyone's life, then when it comes to ideas, going all the way to saying I am an enemy of an ideology is nothing extra beyond being opposed to it or wanting to criticize it because you're against it. So saying it's just more, it just sounds more aggressive. And if somebody is such a crybaby, maybe you could, if you want to be respect them, maybe you could use different language and say I'm opposed to it. But again, given that we're talking about ideas, then they are at the same level. Saying I'm opposed to an ideology and saying that I'm an enemy of an ideology is technically the same thing. Because what does it mean to be an enemy of ideology beyond opposing it? You cannot do more than opposing it. What, like, imagine if ideology A, I'm opposed to it, okay? If I go from being opposed to it to being an enemy of it, what changed? What am I doing extra now than before? It's the same thing.
Are you seriously trying to swindle my guy right here?
Enemy is a strong word, bro.
You use the word enemy, bro.
And you
Yes, exactly. He says like enemy is a strong word. Well, they said that you're an enemy of Islam. So if I want to be sensitive to your flakiness, then I wouldn't have used that word. But if you're telling me that I am not an enemy of Islam, then I have to clarify, well, technically I am. I wouldn't use that word. Maybe I would have used the word oppose, but you cannot say, if I was introducing this conversation, if I was starting this conversation, if you ask me what my position is, I would have said I'm opposed to Islam. But given that you were saying that I am not an enemy of Islam, and that would not be an accurate description of my views, then I had to clarify, well, technically I am an enemy of Islam. So you introduced the word enemy to this conversation.
I told you what people were telling me, and you've agreed. You said, yeah.
Mashallah, this guy is switched.
Yeah. No, yeah, because it's accurate. I am an enemy of Islam. I wouldn't use that word in front of people like you. I would use the word oppose. But if you tell me that other people are saying I am the enemy of Islam, and you're saying, well, you're not, then I have to clarify that, well, actually I am. And you're saying, mashallah, to the guy. The guy's an idiot. Your guy is an idiot.
Telling me, and you've agreed. You said, yeah.
Mashallah, this guy is switched on. Do you see? Tommy is, yeah, but that's what you said. No, but this guy, mashallah, knows what he said when he said it. Let's see.
He has no fucking idea what he's talking about. Your guy is an idiot.
How Tommy reacts.
Yeah, I am. That's what you said to me. You said, I'm an enemy of Islam. What do you want me to do here?
Okay.
Do you get what I'm saying? What do you want me to do here, Tom?
There's a difference
You're
between...
telling me
The guy was speechless. Then they clipped.
I would be speechless. You're talking to an idiot that doesn't understand the basics between being the enemy of Islam and being enemy of Muslims. I would be speechless as well. I don't know what to do with you. You obviously have the IQ of a doorknob. So what am I supposed to do with you?
The guy was speechless. He got him speechless. Takahara.
Yeah. You made him speechless with your idiocy. Like, you're unworthy of convincing. Obviously, I would be speechless as well. I would be as speechless as someone would be talking to a wall, trying to convince them of something. I would be speechless. Like, why should I be talking to this wall?
You know, somebody who's just tired, who's just given up, thrown down his arms, mate. I'm ready for the ambulance, mate. Yes, it's too much.
Okay.
Oh yeah, like, sounds nothing like Tommy.
I'm saying, what do you want me to do here, Tom?
There's a difference
You're
between...
telling me in my face, like, no, bro.
No,
they're right. Do you get what I'm saying? So
Just walk away, Tom. Just walk away.
No, I oppose Islam.
So I'm being a madman. Yeah, I know you do.
I oppose
Obviously,
the teachings. That's it.
I know you do.
That's
I know
it.
you do.
I oppose the teachings.
I know you do.
But that doesn't mean I hate every Muslim. Doesn't mean I have a problem with every
It's
Muslim.
a strong word, bro.
What?
Do you get what I'm saying? That's enemy is a strong word to how I've grown.
Okay.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Okay. Enemy is a strong word. I now realize that you're a sensitive little baby. I will not use that word in front of you. Okay. I thought I thought Muslims are capable of handling strong words, but I gave them more credit I would still give them more credit because I know Muslims. I know Tommy gives them more credit because Tommy has Muslim friends who have seen Tommy use this language and are still his friends. So apparently, you are not one of those people with a thick skin. You are a crybaby. I will avoid using strong words in front of you so that you don't cry. Okay? Yeah, Tommy is. You thank you for educating Tommy about how pathetically weak you are. Okay?
How I've grown. You get what I'm saying? An enemy means that someone.
Facts. You know what? I don't even want this video to be too long. I'm just gonna let this reaction just sit here. And guys, feel free to rewind it, enjoy it. You know what I mean? Like really take in the full flavor. Let's leave it there, guys. Until next time. Assalamu alaikum.
That was embarrassing. That was embarrassing. Let me see what you guys are saying in the live chat. Musa Saad or Saad? Saad, I think. Musa Saad saying, you are right. The guy doesn't understand the difference, but considering the lack of education, I think it makes sense. However, they are friends actually. Well, I hope they managed to be friends even after that, because the guy was gonna end the conversation right then and there. So here's the thing, tell me what happened after, because I don't know what happened after. If they managed to remain friends even after this conversation, then that's a huge point for us, right? That shows that even when somebody's being a sensitive little baby, and he's like, oh my god, enemy, oh, I can't talk to you anymore, and somehow Tommy manages to save that relationship even after that, that means that we shouldn't back down on our language. Like when it comes to talking about aggressively against Islam, like if somebody who's such a baby, even after that, somehow you could convince them to still remain friends, that means the point that people make for us to back down when it comes to our language against Islam. No, even the sensitive people there's some hope for them, right? Let me know if you guys have any information about what happened after, right? Let me go to the next comment. That these are comments that Alfred has deemed important enough for me to read at the end of the show. Every time we do a show, Alfred decides which comments for me that I should be reading. So thank you, Alfred. There's Knobhead here. Knobhead 101 is saying, what exactly is the enemy of Islam? Someone who doesn't want to be dictated by a Bronze Age superstition? Then fair enough. Yeah, the enemy of Islam is somebody who thinks that Islam is bad and should be stopped wherever possible, right? If you think that this is a harmful ideology that is bad for society and individuals, and you oppose it, and you're trying, and you either trying to stand against it, or if you welcome other people standing up against it, that makes you, based on my definition, that makes you an enemy of Islam, which is fine, right? I mean, I would be fine with you if you're an enemy of atheism, right? I would be. I'm an atheist, right? Let's say you're a Christian, right? And you're an enemy of atheism. I'm an atheist. I'm like, okay, what does that mean? Based on your view, being an enemy of atheism, what does that mean? It means that I will try to have conversation with atheists to try to make them Christian. Oh, yeah, that's fantastic. More conversation, more dialogue. That's great. I will welcome your aggressive animosity towards atheism. As an atheist, I would love a Christian or a Muslim being an enemy of atheism, as long as it doesn't mean that they're going to attack me personally, physically. They're not going to take my freedoms away. They're not going to take my liberty away. If you being an enemy of atheism means that you want to have more dialogue with atheists, then I am in favor of more dialogue. So bring it on. That's fantastic. I will support being an enemy of atheism, right? Rostam is saying, Viva Arminjan Boost. Boost back to you. And thank you for your support. Pete is saying, Tommy never said enemy. He said sort of, followed by I oppose Islam. Well, yeah, because he started, he said, I sort of am, right? Yeah, you're right. He even actually clarified with sort of, because to me, it depends what. So enemy of Islam means being opposed to Islam. So if you say you're not an enemy of Islam, Tommy just laughed and says, well, I sort of am, which makes sense. Yeah, you're right. He actually even added the sort of at the beginning. So yeah, the other guy started the word. But I have no problem with somebody saying I am an enemy of Islam, right? And I have Muslim friends, and I want to have more Muslim friends while being the enemy of Islam. And I'm capable of having friends that are enemy of atheism. In fact, here's the thing: if you are a Christian or a Muslim and you're not an enemy of atheism, I would be questioning your morality. Because if you think that me as an atheist, I'm going to go to hell because of my atheism, and you're not an enemy of my atheism, I'm like, bro, do you not even care about me? Like, why are you not an enemy of my atheism? You're my friend, and you believe that my atheism is going to make me go to hell, and you're not even trying to be the enemy of my atheism that is going to get me to hell. Like, are we actually friends? You're not going to try to do anything to you. I don't believe in hell, but you do, and you're not even going to try to make me not go to hell. Like, do you? I'm questioning how much you care about this friendship, right? So Damari is saying there's no point in telling a Muslim that you are an enemy to his religion and not to him, because Islam is his identity, and until it's no longer his identity, I will take them as enemies as well. So I don't agree with this point at all. All right. So first of all, you're generalizing all Muslims, and I could tell you I just need to find one example to be able to show that your generalization of Muslims is incorrect. But I don't have one example. I have many examples. I have been very effective and successful at convincing many Muslims that being against Islam does not mean that you're against Muslims. It doesn't mean that they welcome my position against Islam, but at least they see where I'm coming from. They might not agree with it. They might think I'm delusional to even be against Islam, but not against Muslims. But I have been but they see what I'm saying at least. They might think it's wrong. They might even think that it's contradictory, but they at least understand my position. The best way, the most successful way that I have gotten many Muslims to come to that position is with the example that I just told you. It's possible for a Muslim to be against atheism for the sake of atheists, right? I mean, Christians get that. Christians always say, love this sinner. No, hate the sin, love the sinner. So they understand this idea, right? In the same way that Christians say, love the sinner, hate the sin. Then we say, well, I wouldn't use the word love, but imagine if I did. I say, love the Muslim, hate Islam. I would say befriend. Love is such a strong word. I don't know why Christians just throw it around willy-nilly to everybody, right? But I would say befriend the Muslim, hate Islam. Just like Christians say that all the time, right? And Muslims should be able to understand it as well with these examples. Many of them do. Not all of them are idiots like that rapper guy. And then the Mary is saying, because Islam is his identity. Yeah, well, Islam could be his identity, but I'm trying to, Islam is not his identity. Muslim is his identity, right? So get these guys, Muslim is his identity. But he had, even if, first of all, it's not true for all Muslims. Some Muslims, they have other identities that is more important to them than their Muslim identity, right? There are many, so Muslims are not all like each other. There are many Muslims that have other identities that takes priority over their Muslim identity. So there are many Muslims who their Muslim identity is so basically close to zero, even though they're technically still Muslim, right? They don't care about it that much. So don't generalize. They're not all like each other, right? But even if a Muslim, we had a Muslim that their Muslim identity was a huge part of their identity, they don't even have to separate that in their mind. They just have to understand that from my perspective, they are separate. And they are capable, some of them are capable of understanding that in my mind, they are separate. And then you continue saying, and until it's no longer, I will take them as enemies as well. Well, you are part of the problem then. If you see Muslims as the enemy themselves, as long as they take their Muslim identity seriously, you're actually responsible. You're one of the people responsible for the growth of Islam. Like you're actually helping Islam grow. So Alfred is saying, hey, this is for Twitter. Hey, Twitter friends, if you want to, oh yes, guys, there's a lot of people watching us on Twitter. There's like 300 people watching us on Twitter or X or whatever. Come watch us on YouTube. Just search for Atheist Republic on YouTube and subscribe to us there. It's a lot more fun on YouTube. It's a lot more fun on YouTube. Just come here and in the live chat, your opinions here would be highlighted. Alfred would be highlighting your opinions, and then I respond to some of them. And guys, if you're new here, please make sure you subscribe to this channel. I think we have the right balance here, okay? This channel does a very good job in trying to come up with the right balance of being opposed to the right things and also not promoting hatred or bigotry while also being aggressively anti-Islamic. This channel is very aggressively anti-Islamic without promoting bigotry or hatred against wide groups of people. And also, it's not just the ideas we're against. This channel is becoming a lot better at also promoting the ideas that work, especially classical liberal values. And again, as Susanna mentions, we should just call them liberal values, not just classical liberal values. But this, and also we promote nationalism, patriotism, liberal values, and we're against religion and dogma. So, and also we support Israel. And we do a lot of other things. Also, guys, we have a show coming pretty soon with regards to the hostages that just were killed, unfortunately, by Hamas, and all the riots that are happening. No, not riots. The protests that are happening in Israel, in Tel Aviv. So we're going to have a show covering that as well. So make sure you subscribe and hit the bell notification. That's coming up soon. And also, we have a member-only stream coming up for we're going to be reviewing another UK Muslim, the Muslim Lantern. He was talking to a woman in, I think, somewhere in the UK. I don't know which city, and trying to convince her that Islam is not violent. So we're going to be reviewing that. That's going to be a member-only stream. But then we have plenty of streams for people who are not members as well. All right, guys. Thank you for being here. Thank you for liking. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for recommending this channel to people. Go tell people to come and subscribe to Atheist Republic. Thank you for leaving a comment. Please make sure you leave a comment after the stream is over. That really helps this channel grow. So I'm gonna go get ready for my Persian channel. If you speak Persian, our Persian channel is called Jamhuriya Bi Khodayan. Is for a lot of Persian-speaking people watch it, but it's mostly the audience of Iranians inside Iran. So if you speak Persian, even if you're not Iranian, you could be Afghanistani, Tajikistani, or whatever. But if you speak Persian, come to our Persian channel. That channel name is called Jamhuriya Bi Khodayan. Jamhuriya Bi Khodayan, which means Atheist Republic in Persian. So I'm going to go get ready for that show. Anyways, guys, till next show, stay liberal.